Hey Spartans, how's it going? Welcome back again to the channel. Today we have a lot to talk about today regarding the Halo Infinite Season 4, everything you need to know about this new season that is coming out. Now, by the time this video releases, the season will be launching very shortly, if not already. It will be launching at 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Central, so forth. So all of the timestamps, as you know, will always be in the description. Let's hop right into this video and let's find out everything that you'll need to know for this season. First, we're going to talk about the Season 4 roadmap. So we have a lot of things here to talk about. Briefly, we have Infection, one of the new game modes, Forest, new arena map, new equipment, we'll be talking about it in a minute, the 5 new seasonal events, career rank, Scarr, the big team battle map, battle pass customization updates, and forge updates. So with all of that, let's start to dive into that a little further by looking at the new maps. First, we have Forest, which is the new 4v4 arena map. It looks beautiful. The art team is killing it this season in terms of map design. This really does remind me a lot of the mission from Halo 2, Mission 8 Delta Halo. It reminds me of those exact same vibes, the same structures, similar environment. It all looks beautiful, and I cannot wait to hop on this new map, especially with the new equipment that's coming. Next map we'll be talking about is going to be Scarr, which is the new big team battle map. It looks very interesting. I'm not sure exactly how it'll play out. It reminds me a lot of that larger arena map that existed in Halo 4 called Complex. A lot of vibes from there. The structure layout is very similar. The vehicle routes look almost just as similar as well. One side is described as being very banished, the other side is very volcanic rock. There is a center structure. It appears to be a little more infantry based. There will be a diminisher of hope spawn in the upper middle. 343 made sure to clarify that right away, which will make a very interesting fight for that center area. A lot of different ways to cut corners while still being in an open area. This is going to be a very interesting take on a big team battle map. I can't wait to hop on this as well. That skybox looks amazing. Next, we're going to be talking about the long-awaited return of the Infection game mode. Now, there's a lot of different changes that are going to be coming to this game mode that I am super excited for. If you're not familiar with Infection, it's a round-based mode where one team infected converts enemy player survivors into their team upon killing them. Once you get down to last man standing, the rules change and the stakes get higher. So there's a lot of fun things you can do on that front. Now, the infected will have different appearances. The alpha on the left will be the first infected. You'll know when it's him. The beta will have that appearance on the right with just the holographic face projection. And the energy sword that the infected use looks amazing. The concept art definitely looks a little better, but the in-game version looks really, really nice. And something also that's coming new to Infection, as we all know and love, we've seen these in campaign to kind of help out with different encounters. There will be ammo crates, so my guess is that ammo will be very sparse on spawn and you need to risk going out collecting ammo going from there. Now let's talk about new equipment. The launch of Season 4 is coming with a bunch of different sandbox changes, one of them being a brand new piece of equipment which is called the Quantum Translocator. Now, this piece of equipment is very interesting in that it works like a teleporter on command. So you get very few charges of this. First activation sets your return point, and then once you need to use it, it'll bring you back to that return point, and so forth. It's a very interesting system. Then we have the Threat Seeker, which is a almost improved version of the Threat Sensor. It's a one-time ping. Very nice. Next, we have customization updates, so let's hop right into that. So first, we have a brief look at the Battle Pass, all the new customization changes that are coming. We have new weapon models, a new armor core, more returning armor pieces for previous cores, which I'll be mentioning here in just a moment, and a lot of changes to coatings this season. So let's hop right into the details of all the customization. So first, we're going to look at enhanced weapon customization. So they overhauled the weapon model system that was touched upon lightly in Season 1, but now they're really going all in on it. So you're going to be able to change the entire weapon appearance now with each model, which means you'll be able to make your weapons look very interesting and very unique. I mean, look at these extremely different looking AR models. Like, it looks so clean and so cool. I would definitely rock that second one with the Hydra display. I love that one. Now we have a look at some of the new cores coming this season. We have the Hazmat core. There's some lore information on that on the left. Feel free to pause the video if you want to take a look at that as well. So that kind of talks about and covers the existence of the Hazmat core. And then a surprising return, unless you were following the leaks, Tenrai event is coming back. The Yoroi armor core is getting new armor pieces. Very exciting. I like that they are building upon previous cores and not just adding all of these different crazy cores. Love that look, and they are returning the Cyber Showdown event. Now, big change to the coding set, as I talked about earlier. They will all be cross-core for all armor cores and weapons, which is amazing to hear. Now, we have some Forge updates, which are super cool and super exciting. Water is being added for the first time in Halo Infinite, or just Forge ever. And we have Unishek here to talk about that in just a little more detail.
But built this nice little pool, and then I dropped in this water, and you can kind of see you've got this fantastic water that you can now add. This is the first time in any Forge of any Halo game that you've got placeable, scalable water, and it just really adds so much to your maps.
For sure, and this also, I believe, one of the most highly requested additions that we've had since Forge launch in Infinite.
Yes, actually, in fact, I'm going to fly over to the center of the map. We talked about the Death Pit with Barry Hill and Kaylee a bit, but you can go ahead and scale the water. There's me scaling it in action, and I'll just add it to this little center Death Pit, and now it looks like I've got a full pit of water just here, completely covering the center of this map, and it allows you to do so much.
Awesome stuff. So on top of water being added to Forge, we're also getting some Forerunner glyphs that are being added, additional Forerunner objects as well. We are getting scalable FX, so now you can increase the size, and there'll also be a toggle to prevent you getting damage from FX, which is really cool. And we're also getting a mini game mode similar to that of Halo 5. Unishek here will be able to explain how that's different.
Beyond that addition, though, as much as I love the water and could go on and on about it, we also have minigame mode coming, which is a mode that has no existing or underlying like mode logic. So it's truly just you are on the map hanging around. And so you can then take objects that are on the map, like this brand new ball object, which you could use to, say, plant in an enemy base or throw in certain modes, and script this to have all sorts of game logic. In fact, you could script all three of these objects, whether it's this stronghold zone, the oddball, or the ball, and have all three of them interacting and live on the map at a certain time, right? Go plant this there, do that objective, hold the ball for that long, then do this objective, and make some really cool creative modes.
So I mean, we're gonna blow the. We've already seen some amazing Forge, not just maps but modes, but this is really gonna blow the lid off of it, right? Like there's almost no limitation really in terms of how creatively you want to be, because you're not really confined to just the logic and the rules that we had already baked in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a lot of amazing improvements, quality of life updates. We also have career rank launching, which is super exciting. I cannot wait to do a full in-depth review of how career ranks will work once that system launches. I want to wait till it launches to be able to get all of the facts, get all of the information, what those reward tiers are going to look like, because we are getting certain rewards for hitting ranks. So that will definitely be a future video to cover career ranks and that information. Some other things to touch on. Ranked is getting some updates, nothing too crazy. They are adding some community-based Forge maps into Ranked. They are retiring some of the old playlists like Ranked Free-for-All, Ranked Elimination. Some of those niche ranked modes that weren't doing so well, they are retiring those. We are also getting a ranked Slayer mode with AR Bandit starts, so they definitely heard our feedback of wanting the Bandit to be a part of ranked because of how well performing the Bandit rifle is, and so now that will be part of your starting loadout, at least in ranked Slayer. And some other news that I could not really get into on this video, but we'll be addressing in a future video coming very soon. 343 just made an announcement on their Twitter, just some news from Sketch, talking about what they are needing to do in order to release more seasons on time and more content, is that they will be cutting seasonal narrative cutscenes from future seasons. So unfortunately, I'm not sure what that's going to mean in terms of story. Maybe story is now just going to be exclusively in those story shards or fragments or intel that's updated, I think, 4 times per season. But that's really about it for everything that you need to know for Halo Infinite Season 4. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day, Spartans. Enjoy Season 4, and I will see you on the battlefield.